Landsberg. Major League Baseball owners have voted to reopen negotiations on the collective bargaining agreement. By doing so, they are suggesting that they are hurting for cash. Well, if Monday is any indication, they are feeling none of that pain in Toronto. The Jays made two huge signings within an hour of each other. First of all, they shocked almost everyone, stealing Joe Carter away from the Kansas City Royals. Then they surprised many, electing not to go after Dave Winfield, but to sign Paul Molitor as their designated hitter. Let's start first of all with Carter's signing. Buck Martinez reports.
Basically, today was a real slow news day. Early on, they had the Rule 5 draft. The Blue Jays lost a player but picked up a player. Lou Whitaker re-signed with the Tigers for 3 years. Then the owners reopened the basic agreement with the Players Association. But very dramatically, the Blue Jays saved the best for last. In this offseason, their #1 priority was to re-sign their free agent, Joe Carter. And a little bit after 10 tonight, Pat Gillick stepped to the podium to make the announcement.
Needless to say, we're excited to have Joe back for another 3 years with the Blue Jays. He's moved around in his career, and I think that he enjoyed the last 2 seasons with our ball club, especially his '92 season when he won the World Series. So I can't say too much about Joe Carter. I mean, he's just one heck of a guy, and he's a very vital part of our club. And I think, as most of the people know, he was our #1 priority of the free agents that we did. We have 12 free agents, and certainly we're happy to have Joe back.
I spoke with Joe today, and I don't know what kind of impact I had on Joe, but hopefully I had some. As you know, Joe is a heck of a nice person, not only a great ball player, but just a nice human being, period. And a guy that gives you his all every day in and day out, and I just love managing guys like that. It makes it a lot easier for me.
Joe Carter made decisions that were tough, and I think he based a lot of his decision on loyalty to an organization that's given him the 2 happiest years of his baseball career. And it was very tough for him not to take advantage of an opportunity to play at home.
You can almost hear a collective sigh of relief from the Blue Jays contingent when they announced Joe Carter's re-signing. This may trigger the other Blue Jay free agents to re-sign with the club for the '93 season. Buck Martinez, TSN, at the baseball winter meetings in Louisville, Kentucky.
There's no question that Carter was loyal to the Blue Jays. Yes, he wanted to return to familiar surroundings, wanted to return to the place that had given him his 2 happiest years, but he also goes to a place that'll give him $19.5 million over 3 years. That works out to $6.5 million over that period. Now, if he reaches 400 plate appearances in any of those years, and he clearly will, the deal automatically becomes worth $25 million for 4 years. Now, the thinking behind Carter's signing was not all that complex. The Blue Jays wanted him to be their right fielder. They always wanted Joe Carter to be their right fielder. Paul Molitor's signing was much more complicated. The Jays' first choice for a designated hitter was Dave Winfield. But Winfield's agent claimed that he had multi-year offers on the table. So the Blue Jays shifted their focus to the Brewers' superb hitting Paul Molitor. And they have signed him to a 3-year deal worth $13 million. There is also an option year.
Toronto was extremely forthright with us, and they were open and candid at all times. They seemed to want Paul very badly. Paul was very impressed with the people he met with. They made us an excellent offer, and we finally concluded the negotiations about an hour and a half or 2 hours ago. Paul is sorry to be leaving Milwaukee after all these years. He had some great experiences there, but he's delighted to be moving on to Toronto because he's very impressed with their management, the city, and the type of ball club they have, and he's going to look forward to helping him bring another World Series championship to Toronto.
We're really happy to have Paul on this ball club. I think we killed 2 birds with 1 stone. We don't have to see him on the opposite side again. He's one guy that 11 years I've been here, we really have had a tough time getting this guy out. So I spoke to him early in the week, and I'm just delighted that we have Paul on our club.
I'm shocked only because we really agonized over the decision to offer arbitration, hoping to buy some time. And we thought we did. It turned out we bought about 10 minutes because they came in to announce that they had a signing. I just don't think they probably thought we were going to offer arbitration, and set up a deal and made a deal before our last meeting.
Now, we contacted Paul's agent, Ron Simon, you know, right after he declared free agency and told him that we had some real interest in him, and you know, that if Paul was considering making a career, not a career change, but a location change, you know, in 1993, to certainly keep us in mind. So, you know, he indicated that he probably was going to listen to some other offers, and so I said, include us in that, and so we went from there, and so we've been talking for the last couple of weeks.
I talked to Paul earlier in the week, and I don't know if you've ever spoke with Paul before, but he's a very impressive type of person to talk with. But I'm glad that he decided to come this way. I know that he's been in Milwaukee for 15 years, and it's just not easy picking up and backing up and leaving. But I guess I'm a bit surprised, but happy to see it. Very happy.
Well, I think, you know, probably unfortunately that it's a duplication, and we can only have so many superstars on this team, and so we decided to make a change, and so I think, as I say, unfortunately, that probably Dave will be playing someplace else in 1993.
Blue Jays still have other orders of business to take care of. They have 6 other free agents, and they have offered salary arbitration to all 6 of those, which gives them more time to try and sign them. The 6 are David Cohn, Tom Henke, Jim Key, and Mark Eichhorn. Those are the pitchers. As for the infielders, Manny Lee, a name you haven't heard much about, and Alfredo Griffin have also been offered salary arbitration. Now, the Boston Red Sox have